Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather. As always, I'm bringing you guys awesome interviews, and today I have none other than Michael Poulsen from Volbeat, the kick-ass band. What's going on, Michael?
We're on the road right now in the U.S. with Trivium and Digital Summer. It's been a very good tour. We're in Spokane right now, so looking forward to the show tonight. So far the shows we've been having in Denver and New Mexico and Arizona, Anaheim has been really, really good, and Modesto, Reno has been very, very good. We're basically just doing what we're supposed to.
To me, you guys are a touring band, and I mean, you guys put your heart and soul into this, and
totally.
You can tell through your music. Before we get into this, I just want to say thank you as a fan for your guys' music.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for the support.
Your new album's out right now, Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You brought Rob Caggiano in on this. What do you think that he's brought to the table to add to Volbeat?
A lot of waiting because you don't know the clock or the time. Rob, he's a tremendous good guitar player. He has his own sound, and he's definitely the most talented guitar player we had in the band so far. And I'm not taking anything away from the previous guitar players. They've all been good at what they've been doing. Thomas was a really good punk guitar player, but this time, we have a very technical, good guitar player who can almost do everything. So it's been a pleasure to have a guy like Rob, who also has a lot of experience, touring with legendary Anthrax. We've been huge Anthrax since, the very beginning. So, it is an honor, and Rob is a good guy. So, as I said, his handicap is that he doesn't know the clock.
That's funny. With your shows and everything, what are some of the fans liking the most off the new album during your concerts?
Basically, I think people are embracing all the songs. Of course, what I really like is that people have their different favorites. Some nights it's a certain song that they're really getting into, and other nights it's another song. And I really like that because it means that there's more freedom to do set lists and stuff like that. Because if it was only 5 songs that they were really into, that would be a little bit sad. But it seems like that they're really into all our material. So it's not like there's one certain song where everybody's just going wild. I think the support we're getting is very solid in every song so far.
What are some of your favorite songs off this album to play live, Michael?
Honestly, I don't know because, every song on the album is my favorite song, and that's the way I think everybody should write the songs. It's not about just writing 2 or 3 good songs and then make some fillers. For me, it's important that you treat every song like your child. Take good care of them, and we always, before we decided if a song is supposed to be on an album, we played tons of time in the rehearsal room, a couple of times live to first of all, to see the reaction, how people react to it live, and other times, in the rehearsal room, you still have to be interesting to play after 100 times, So there's been a lot of songs that's been skipped and trashed before they actually made into an album. So it's I like to play every song that's on the album. So it's a tough pick.
I do like watching you guys live, and I've watched a lot of your DVDs and shows, and you all put a hell of a show on. That's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Who were some of your influences growing up for music?
Basically everything that just moves me or touches me. It really doesn't matter what it is. As long as you get those goosebumps when you put on a CD or where you're listening to the music or you hear a soundtrack from the movie. So it really doesn't matter, what it is. But of course there are bands that we are totally aware of that we're inspired by. And that could be bands like Black Sabbath, Dio, Metallica, Motorhead, Slayer, Manic Street Preachers, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Little Richard, you know, the list continues like forever, but Social Distortion, and, you know, those are definitely bands that we're aware of, that we're inspired by. But then come all the other bands on the side that you can get influenced by during the day when you're writing or something like that. You know, it can be everything. You know, it could be a gospel song, it could be an old blues song or something. You know,
exactly.
The good thing about Volbeat when it comes to writing, you know, the doors are always wide open to, you know, embrace every kind of style, you know, but turn it into the Volbeat sound.
It's amazing how music can be therapeutic for someone.
Yeah, totally. You know, that's what we like to see. You know, when we go on stage, how much it actually means to the audience. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk to the fans after the show, and they tell us they've been driving for 10 hours to get to the show, and then they've been waiting for months, and some have been waiting for years to get to the show. So you know, it means a lot to see what, you know, how they actually embrace Volbeat and what it means to them. Because I know how it is to be a music fan, and you know, I have my idols too, you know, so
yeah.
I know exactly what it means, you know, and I appreciate it.
Michael, how was the scene when you guys were first coming up in Denmark? I mean, did you guys get a lot of support, or did it take time? How did that come about?
You know, we all came from different bands, mostly death metal bands. So, you know, we've been in the underground scene for many years, you know. I've been playing music since I was 16 or something. I'm 39 today, you know, and we all have different projects and different bands, and, you know, been touring in the underground, you know, getting our street credibility, and the same thing goes for Volbeat. You know, when we started out in Volbeat, you know, we started playing small clubs, you know, and touring around in a cold 9-seater, you know, didn't earn anything. It was almost okay to play, but, you know, that's how it works. You know, you got to earn your stripes, and, you know, we've been ready to do that, and we were totally aware of that, you know. To get to where we are right now, you get your scars, and, you know, you find out if you're made of the right stuff, you know. And, we are having a good time with what we're doing. We still think it's fun, but we're also pretty much aware of how tough it is. But, you know, that's something that you have to embrace just as much as the success, because you cannot have success without hard work. You know, you can have 15 minutes of fame, but, you know, we leave all that up to, you know, the crappy pop bands out there.
Do you guys prefer clubs or festivals, or does it even really matter?
Honestly, you know, we like both, you know, because, you know, I think I speak for a lot of musicians when I say that the cool thing about the club shows is that you get very close to your fans, you know, and you know, that's a very nice feeling, that you can interact with the fans very close, and you can almost touch them, you know. That's always very you know, great fun to be on stage and be able to reach out to the fans. But at the same time, you know, it's a dream come true being on those huge stages, you know, and festivals and arenas that we're playing. You know, that's a great experience too, you know, and you can deliver a different show that people haven't seen before when they saw you in the beginning at club shows, you know. So, you know, I like both, you know. They're both really, you know, inspiring to do.
What can fans expect at a show from you guys who haven't got to see you yet?
A lot of good energy, you know, a lot of positive vibes from stage, you know, appreciations, you know. As I said, I know how it is to be a music fan, you know, and you know, we come early to the venue every day, you know, and the main thing, you know, while we're here is to do our show, and, you know, so, you know, we think a lot about our fans, that they, you know, they're supposed to have a good night, you know, and if they're having a good night, we're having a good night. So they, you know, they can expect a lot of good positive energy, you know, a band who loves what they're doing, you know, good karma and good spirit, and, you know, a lot of heavy riffs.
First time you heard the fans singing the songs, if you can remember, how'd that make you feel?
It feels great, you know. It moves you because, again, you know, I know how it is to go to shows and being able to sing along to all the songs, you know. It's a good feeling, and, you know, and people go very deep into some of the lyrics, or it means a lot to them, you know. Even we have a lot of fans who have tattooed our album titles on their body, or some of the lyrics, you know. It's just very flattering to see how much it means to the fans. So, of course, you get very moved by that kind of reaction when people are singing the songs and everything. It just means that you it feels like you've done something right.
What do you think that Volbeat brings to the table for music, Michael?
I'm probably not the right one to ask. You should ask the fans about that because they know it.
Yeah.
If we were too much aware of it, we would lose.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan. I've loved you guys ever since I heard the very first song, and this is the one I heard was Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood. Oh my God.
All right.
That hooked me. My buddy said, you gotta listen to, this is a couple years ago, he said, you gotta listen to Volbeat. I was like, yeah, sure. I listened to you guys, and God, man, you guys have a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, and I try to push you guys on everybody that I know that likes this music, and kudos.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's really cool. Are there any new bands that you're listening to that you like right now?
Well, right now I'm listening to a lot of different stuff. At the moment, I'm listening very much to a band from Greece called Suicidal Angels. They're playing very old school thrash in the style of Slayer, Sodom, Creator, Old Sepultura.
Nice.
But Suicidal Angels are they called. And what else am I listening to at the moment? A band called Jungle Rock from Florida, a death metal band. I'm listening to the new Arctic Monkeys. Pretty good album. The new Hank the Third I'm listening to. That guy's releasing albums all the time.
Hank Third, yeah, he's awesome. I'm getting ready to have him on the show this Saturday.
Oh, okay. Say hello to him from me.
I will definitely do so.
Tell him that I like his new album.
Will do.
What else, Emily? I'm listening to a band from Brazilian Navosa, how they call this. 3 girls playing very old school thrash metal. It's really, really good. What else am I listening to? The White Buffalo, he's really good. And what else am I? A band called Raging Sound, O.V. Wright, Hound Dog Taylor, Mumford and Sons. That's just, and I'm listening to the new Massacre album. That's just to name some of the few things I'm listening to right now.
Since it's the digital age, do you think that it's hurt the recording industry, or do you think it's helped the new bands that are coming out? What do you think on that?
I have my personal opinions about that. I'm not the one to say what is right or wrong. I just know what works for Volbeat. We like to be in the studio, the whole band, record the way we did from the very beginning. We know what works for us, and I'm not here to tell what is right or wrong and what I think about how other people are recording. We're just happy about how we're doing our things, and it's working for us.
What does it mean to you, Michael, when you get an email or a fan comes up to you after the show or before the show and say, your music's helped me through a tough time or it's gave me positive energy? What's that make you feel like?
It's just, you go to bed with a big smile on your face because, as I said, there are certain songs and lyrics that really means a lot to people, and I know how much it means to me. So if they can go, if I can give them just something, during the day, that can help them or give them a smile on their face, I think that's a great accomplishment.
I want to thank you for taking time out to do this interview with me. Like I said, I've been a huge, huge fan of Volbeat ever since I've heard you guys. How can people reach out to you guys and say we still love your music, buy your merch? How can they do that?
It's very easy. Just show up to the shows and support your favorite band. Support music in general. And go out of your house. Leave Facebook and Twitter and all that crap. Go out and meet people. Go to the shows. Hang out with the bands. Have a good time.
I want to thank you for being on the show this evening, Michael. I do appreciate it, and you guys have a good day.
You too, man. Thank you very much.
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, stick around. We got some Volbeat coming up. Hey, if you get a chance, check out Volbeat. Like I said, stick around. We got some Volbeat coming up. You only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and Uber City Radio.